Welcome to this video on genetics and inheritance. We'll be exploring the fundamental principles of heredity, from Mendel's classic experiments with pea plants to the modern understanding of the molecular structure of life. Genetics is the branch of biology dedicated to studying inheritance, heredity, and variation. It centers on the genome, the full set of DNA instructions in a cell, and helps us understand how traits are passed down and the biological diversity we see today. To understand modern genetics, we look to the work of the pioneers who established its foundations. Let's explore the world of Mendelian genetics. Gregor Mendel, an Austrian monk and botanist, is known as the father of genetics. Between 1856 and 1863, he tested nearly 28,000 pea plants, discovering that traits are inherited as distinct units, which we now call genes. Mendel chose garden peas for their clear, contrasting traits. By tracking these traits through generations, he identified dominant and recessive patterns, uncovering the mathematical rules that govern inheritance. Mendel's work led to three core laws: the law of dominance, the law of segregation, and the law of independent assortment, which describe how alleles separate and combine during reproduction. It is essential to grasp key terminology. A gene is the unit of heredity, while an allele is a variant. We also distinguish between genotype, your genetic makeup, and phenotype, your observable physical traits. To predict inheritance patterns, we use Punnett squares. This graphical tool shows the possible genetic combinations for offspring based on the parents' alleles, allowing us to calculate the probability of specific traits appearing. While Mendel's work is foundational, science has evolved to include more complex inheritance patterns. Let's look beyond basic Mendelian rules. Scientists later identified chromosomes as the physical carriers of heredity. We now know that genes are located in specific positions on these structures, and the process of meiosis explains the segregation Mendel observed. Not all traits follow simple, dominant, or recessive rules. Phenomena like incomplete dominance, codominance, polygenic inheritance, and sex-linked traits show how complex gene interactions create the diversity of life. Finally, variation arises from mutations, changes in the DNA sequence. Germline mutations are inherited by offspring, while somatic mutations affect body tissues and can lead to conditions like cancer, illustrating the dynamic nature of our genetic code.